What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. I need to make this video. It's not F1 video or anything, but I need to check out some of the two stuff that's come on since the past week. And obviously, Felipe Massa wants to challenge the omniscience of the '08 championship. You guys, let me know you guys thoughts about that in the comments down below as well, because I have some words to say about that. It was about 15 years ago, and also I do want to talk about the whole George Russell stuff over here and just. But the FIA, about Red Bull, to back stuff like that. But anyway, first day first, we are doing good, doing very, very well on this lovely Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Obviously no race this weekend. I think we're back in Azerbaijan like at the end of the month. So yeah, these races, once every, 1-2 weeks, man, it is kind of like you know what I mean? It is kind of like, oh my god. Like, you do want to like watch races every week, but if you get the logistics, having to like move everything, stuff like that, it does kind of make sense why it is. But hopefully, when we get to like the European scene and stuff like that, it is like once every week. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But these first few races have been pretty solid. Bahrain, Australia. Then we have Azerbaijan and stuff like that. So it should be a good one. Should be very, very good. Great one. Abu Dhabi, stuff like that. But anyway, let's go and check it out. Let's see what is Felipe Massa talking about for him to try to challenge the identity. So I am on WTF1. Shout out to WTF1 as always. So about two decades ago. So apparently, let's just go and just read it. So what caused this? I hear you ask. Well, Bernie Ecclestone's recent comments on the '08 Singapore GP when Nelson Piquet Jr. deliberately crashed to bring out safety car and help his teammate Fernando Alonso win the race. Now, my thing is, why is Felipe Massa coming out now with it? Like, why does he want to challenge you? I'm gonna see now. Why didn't you do it last year, 2 years ago, after it happened? You know what I mean? Like, what? No people like, what is it going to do now? What are you trying to get from this? Like, what are you trying to get from this? That's just weird. So, I don't know. He said, speaking to F1 sorry that he and the FIA president Max Mosley knew of the situation, but decided not to do anything to protect the sport and save it from huge scandal. What true turned out just great. Okay, so if they knew what happened and kept it under wraps, that kind of is like what? Like, what we doing here type of thing? Because that's kind of weird. I will admit, that is kind of weird how we knew, like, I guess they, the former FIA president knew about it, but decided to keep it under wraps. We should cancel the race. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, if the race was canceled, it effectively would have never happened, meaning no points handed out, and Felipe Massa would become the world champion in '08 and not Lewis Hamilton. Ooh. So, of course, that sparked interest and upset for Massa, who he feels he technically missed out on the title because of the need not to tarnish the sport. Now he's seeking justice, something he's apparently confirmed firsthand, as quoted by Motorsport.com Brazil. To be honest, we can't match Felipe in actually getting anything anywhere, in sporting terms at least, with his inquiries. It's entirely reliant on what Bernie Ecclestone claims the late Max Mosley knew. But strange things have happened. This is definitely not enough 2028 F1 being on card. Would you be happy if Massa won the title this way after 15 years? I mean, that's like... It's like LeBron James. You know what I mean? It's like LeBron James saying he should have won against the Spurs in 2007 because of the Spurs, had deflated the ball, stuff like that. It's like, it's even like that. Go back to like the Patriots and the whole deflate gate stuff like that. I mean, it's over now. Did they cheat? I mean, we caught them, yeah, basically. But what's it going to do now? Like, and I don't think most people who lost like that, will be happy of getting, a trophy award to him in this type of way. I mean, if he really wants the '08 trophy this bad, and I guess it will give him, at peace. But to do it like this, I mean, that's a that's a funny way. That's a very very funny way. I don't think he's really gonna get anything with this. Personally, don't think he is. It's just I think my big thing is like, what are you really trying to achieve from this? Are you trying to make Lewis feel bad, or do you really, really feel like he got cheated? But then, like I said, but he was talking about, he brought us up to a forefront, and then obviously, but the former FI president Max Mosley, whatever, knew of the situation. He claimed they decided not to do anything to protect the sport. They said from oh Jesus Christ, from a huge scandal. I'm just I mean, hey, I mean, if it gets done, man, cool. But like I said, I don't think anything's really going to come out from this. And I think if somebody asks Lewis about this, I don't think Lewis is kind of Lewis. Knowing Lewis is probably going to say, well, he lost. It is what it is. Not really much. It's not really much, much else. He lost. Pretty much it. He lost the race. Get over it. That's why I feel like that's why I feel like Lewis Hamilton asked for the answer like that. But next story on the day, on this lovely Tuesday, George Russell's claiming Red Bull is sandbagging to hide true performance from the FIA. That's interesting. Now, early on in the season, well, we still are early on in the season, but a few weeks ago, George Russell claimed that Red Bull can basically win every single race, and he expects Red Bull to win every single race. With the way the season has started, I am predicting Red Bull to win every single race. I don't think a team can really affect them. Maybe Aston Martin. Mercedes looked a lot better. Obviously, the crashes, stuff like that kind of helped, but still, Mercedes qualified pretty well this past weekend. It had a solid, solid race. So, let's go and see what happened, man. Mercedes driver George Russell suspects that Max Verstappen seemingly modest 9-second lead during the Australia Grand Prix. I said Austria. My God, come on now. Grand Prix doesn't accurately reflect Red Bull's sharing prowess. Russell thinks, Jesus Christ, what an ad. Russell thinks that the team is sandbagging, fearing that the FIA may intervene if their dominance becomes too apparent. Now, if Red Bull's car is just more dominant than the other cars, who can you blame for that? Who can you blame for that? I mean, Red Bull have had the fastest car since the start of the year. They've been good for the past few years now. Also, they are on track, potentially on track for the third straight title. And something's going to happen. Verstappen himself admitted he didn't need to assert excessive force during restart skirmishes with Mercedes advisories at the Albert Park circuit. Jeez. So Max was like, I don't even have to go too hard, basically. That's what it seemed like to me. Max like, I don't even have to go too hard to beat y'all boys. I'm going probably 80-85%, still winning. Y'all going 100, 110. I'm still whooping y'all butt. Tough. Now, if there's something else bigger behind it, then it's kind of like, okay. While Russell's race was disrupted by the first of 3 red flags, Verstappen effortlessly overtook Lewis Hamilton with his DRS enabled and created a lead of around 2 seconds in no time at all. The Red Bull driver continued to secure a 9-second lead over the British driver, appearing to close towards the team's third win of the season. In fact, Max even left the track as he braked a corner and returned to the tarmac with no negative consequences on his lead whatsoever. Ooh. So it's not. I was going to say feel like he's cheating, but let me just see what George Russell says. He said, "For sure they are holding back." Russell told, "I think they are almost embarrassed to show their full potential because the faster they seem, the more that the sport is going to try and hold them back somehow. I think realistically they probably have 7 tenths advantage over the rest of the field. I don't know what the pace difference looks like at the moment, but Max has got no reason to be pushing it, nor has Red Bull. They've done a really great job, to be fair to them. We can't take that away, and we have clearly had to up our game. That is true. You got to step up." Now, it seems like George is kind of like sounds fishy, basically. Like not having to go as hard because they're hiding something. Now, are Red Bull cheating? Who knows? Who really knows? I don't think they are. But I just think Red Bull set the carp in a way, you know. Because remember last year, I think, because remember the whole salary cap thing? If I remember correctly, last year, I think Red Bull did go over the salary cap just a tad bit. I think there was some repercussions to that. Because oh, salary cap, how much you can spend on the car, stuff like that. But I mean, you see the gains Aston Martin did. I mean, who would have thought that? Who would have thought Aston Martin was gonna be this freaking powerful? Uh, okay, I don't want to see no any freaking toes right now, but that is very very interesting just to see what George Russell kind of thinks of Red Bull right now. Because kind of like I said, it's Red Bull doesn't have to go as hard as the other cars because they know the whole. Yeah, it seems like Russell is accusing Red Bull basically of holding something back on purpose. They don't have to exert excessive force. It's like what we are seeing now is not Red Bull's full prowess. Basically, what we are seeing now, Red Bull can be a lot faster, but they only but they're not because they feel the FIA may intervene. I mean, I I don't I personally don't want to see Red Bull win every single race. I like to see a Mercedes or Ferrari, aka my boy Leclerc, or even a Aston Martin win a race. But the way the season is going, and I've said before, this Red Bull team is dominant this season, very very dominant this season. So we're just gonna see, man. We are just gonna see what these two stories end up going. If you guys do enjoy these little news recaps, news stories, let me know in the comments down below as always. And let's just see, man. We are on to Azerbaijan. Take care. Stay amazing. Love you guys and girls. Peace.